words of hope, proclaiming the good news of Jesus Christ in the languages of the world's peoples.
We are starting on a series from the book of Psalms, and the book of Psalms, as you know, is a book of collection of songs, and so it has no chapters. Psalms has numbers. We are looking at the first psalm, which is Psalm number 1. We are looking at some other psalms later on. We may not do 1, 2, 3, 4 up to the end. No, we are going to do some psalms. We cannot cover all of them. But tonight we are looking at Psalms 1, and I would like us to look at the first verse to the last verse. I want to read for you. Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, or stand in the way of sinners, or sit in the seat of mockers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He's like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields his fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever he does prospers. Not so the wicked. They are like chaff that the wind blows away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. And our theme is blessed is the righteous man. Blessed is the righteous man. The one who is righteous, the person who is righteous is blessed. And you can only think about blessing for a man who is righteous when we look at the beginning of our scripture in Genesis, because in Genesis we are told that God is the only one who blesses. And when he created the first people, and that is our ancestors, Adam and Eve, he blessed them. When you look at Genesis chapter 1, verse 28, we read, God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful and increase in number. Fill the earth and subdue it. Rule over the fish of the sea and the birds of the air and over every living creature that moves on the ground. That is a blessing, and blessings being pronounced to our ancestors. First of all, be fruitful. That it will take two people to be fruitful. The man and his wife will produce children, and children are the fruits of the union between the man and his wife. According to the word of God, God is so clear in what he says. The man and his wife be fruitful. Increase, meaning multiply. Produce 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and multiply. But not only multiplying in the sense of a couple multiplying, but by the time you do the third thing, he's saying fill the earth, meaning you will produce children, who will produce children, who will produce children. It's not incumbent on the person, a couple, to finish and produce so much that they fill the land. No, it's not. It is your products that will fill the earth. And then subdue it, meaning make the world in which I put you in, the soil on which you live, the things within the earth I'm creating for you should be under your power and authority to be stewards of the works that I've put in you. And I think that's a very important thing for us to know. Now, that is a blessing. Be fruitful, increase in number, fill the earth, and subdue the earth. He continues to tell them, rule over the whole creation. Be the ruler of the creation that I'm giving you. I'm putting you in a place and rule it. rule it with justice and with wisdom, with understanding, a lot of care. You are a ruler, you are going to rule, but you are a steward of the Creator. Now, that is a blessing. We are also noticing that later on, even when people failed at that time, Adam and Eve failed, God followed a person. His name is Abraham. And we are looking at chapter 12 of the book of Genesis, where we read something about Abraham and the way God blessed Abraham. Because Abraham found favor before the Lord and he blessed him. He took him away from his people. I want to read for you verse 2. Chapter 12, verse 2 says, I will make you into a great nation, and I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you, I will curse. And all the peoples on earth will be blessed through you. This is beautiful. God looked at a man whom he took out of his own people, but with a promise of blessing. He said, I will make you into a great nation. Now, it is amazing for God to see in the future of Abraham that there will be descendants of Abraham. There are so many you could not number them. I will make you a great nation. And then he will say, I will make your name great. Your name will last forever and ever. Many, many years down the road, we are still calling Abraham's name. The man who had no son and was given just one son, now he is a father of multitude. His name still remains true. That is in verse 2. And then in verse 3, he continues to say, I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse those who curse you. It's amazing that when you bless Abraham, that God will bless you. When you bless Abraham, then God will bless you. When you curse Abraham, God himself will curse you. Now, this is so important for us to understand that when a blessing is on a man, such a man is a blessing to their neighbors, to their families, to the area where they live. God will bless people because of you, because he has blessed you. And when he has blessed you, the very fact that you are among people, the very fact that you buy from the same market with them, the very road that you walk with them, your interaction with them brings blessings over them. So when you bless people who are blessed, you are blessed. But also if you curse a man who is blessed of God, to Abraham, God said, I will curse the person who curses you. But the bigger thing we see in the blessing God gave him is that all the people on earth will be blessed because of you. The whole world will receive a blessing because of you. And when you read the story of Abraham, certainly it was true that out of Abraham became a nation, and out of that nation became a Messiah born. And we have passed through Christmas, we understand what happened, and that is because Abraham one time obeyed God and trusted God. But while Abraham did not have many children, he had a son called Isaac. Now, Isaac was blessed of God. You remember that even Isaac was offered to God as a lamb. But God said, no, I'm not taking him, but I thank you for offering him. So Isaac had the capacity as a son of Abraham to bless his son Jacob. And when you read from Genesis chapter 27, you begin to discover that the blessing had filtered down from father to son, and it will go on and on, telling me and telling you that when God has blessed you and you bless your children, the children will be a blessing to their own children. Let me read for you verse 26. Chapter 27 of Genesis, verse 26. Then his father Isaac said to him, come here, my son, and kiss me. So he went to him and kissed him. When Isaac caught the smell of his clothes, he blessed him and said, ah, the smell of my son is like the smell of a field that the Lord has blessed. May God give you of heaven's dew and earth's richness, an abundance of grain and a new wine. May nations serve you, and peoples bow down to you. Be Lord over your brothers, and may the sons of your mother bow down to you. May those who curse you be cursed, and may those who bless you be blessed. What a blessing a father is giving to a son by mistake. Why? Because the eldest son was the one to have received this blessing. His name is Esau. Esau was a hunter, and Esau kept bringing good meat to his father. And the time came for the father to bless the eldest son. So told the eldest son, go and get me game out there, make meat for me, a good dish. I want to bless you. But the point did not go well with the wife. The wife instead called the younger son and treated the younger son to go and get an animal. Now, the younger son did not agree with the mother because he said, no, my skin is smooth, my brother is hairy, and if my father will discover that I'm smooth and my voice is different, I will be cursed. The mother said, let the curse be on me. So when he went to take food to his father, the mother put the clothing of his brother Esau on him, and then put some goat skin in the empty place over his hands. And then when he went in there, of course, the father said, the voice sounds like Jacob's, but come, let me kiss you. So when he came to kiss his father, he smelled the clothes, and the smell was of Esau, because that was Esau's clothing. So this is the blessing coming, and as he caught the smell of his clothes, this is what he said. He said, the smell of my son is like the smell of a field that the Lord has blessed. When you are blind, your nose works very, very well. But listen to the blessing he's giving his son. He's giving the blessing of rain in verse 28. May God give you of heaven's dew and of earth's richness and an abundance of grain and new wine. May God give you rain, and the season it should come. May God give you the richness of the soil. May your crops produce. And you know how sometimes, even when you work so hard, you plant whatever you plant, good seeds, but when the soil is not rich, you don't harvest anything. But Isaac is telling his son, may the land produce abundance. May you have enough wine to drink, enough food in your house. And then he continues to tell him. He says, you are going to be a leader. May nations serve you, and peoples bow down to you. And then he went on to say, be Lord over your brothers, and may the sons of your mother bow down to you. Now that is an exaltation. He's lifting up his younger son. Be the ruler. May nations come and serve you. Be Lord, be a ruler over your brothers, your mother's sons. They will all come to you and they will bow before you. Now he continued to give the blessing that was given to his father. This is not what it was. May those who curse you be cursed, and may those who bless you be blessed. That's exactly what the father was given. And when God blessed him, he said, I will bless those who bless you. I will curse those who curse you. Now, when we are fathers, may we take the responsibility to bless our children.
Brought to you by Words of Hope, Bishop Henry Luke Orombi, a retired Archbishop of the Church of Uganda.